It's time for The King and the Cop with the legendary former MLB great Jim Leyritz. And with 100 years of law enforcement in his blood, Tommy Sedner. It's all things sports, plus cop talk, current events, entertainment, and more. Joined by America's favorite Jersey girl, Robin DeLory. It's The King and the Cop.
Climb the mountain and I turn around and I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in snow-covered hills, the landslide will bring it down.
Bring it down. It's October 14th. Thank God it's Friday, and that is the great Robin DeLory, my partner, my co-host, my wife. And tomorrow she will be performing at the New Jersey PAC in the great city of Newark, New Jersey for a special cause.
Why would you ever let me wear that?
Wait
a minute.
Or
why would you ever let me wear that?
Why would you talk over me when I'm introducing
because
you and
I'm
bragging
appalled
Yeah.
as how you would ever let me walk out of the house with that outfit on.
You were in the studio. I mean,
And then, I didn't expect you to be recording me right up front. And then,
by the way, I didn't record you. Somebody else did and sent it to me. Nice try.
Well,
I don't
who
go around,
did?
recording.
Well, we're firing them. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we're also,
You know,
I'm going
you
to.
need to learn to take a compliment.
I'm
all
going.
you do is
No,
drag yourself
I'm
down.
very happy with the musical
Yeah.
performance.
You're
but
wearing a T-shirt today that says Hanover Park High School.
yeah.
Are you worried about the way you dress? I shouldn't let you wear that.
What
You wore a
about
Mets shirt on Monday. I shouldn't let you wear that.
What about the fact that we need to solicit maybe a plastic surgeon for that double chin thing going on right there? What the heck?
Oh my God! You know, here's I come on the air today, and it's Friday the 14th, and we got so much to catch up on. But I'm proud of you because you're volunteering your time, you and your band tomorrow, for this great organization.
Thank you.
Our great friend Deb Belfato.
Thank you.
This Let's Talk. You know, you're doing a small part by entertaining. She's a huge part in making difference in people's lives.
Thank you.
And it's people like you that get behind her to make these causes, bring awareness to these causes.
Thank you.
That being said, it's not about your double chin. It's not
kind
about
of
your
is.
forehead. It's not
It
about your
kind of
Botox.
is.
It's not about your extensions.
It kind of
It's
is.
about giving back. And it's
I'm not
about
wearing
your,
extensions.
It's about your beautiful voice. And
It
one
kind
of the
of
things,
is.
One of the things tomorrow that I watched Deb earlier on New Jersey on our morning show. She's so articulate, so brave. Had breast cancer in 1988 with a 2.5-year-old child, and she's never stopped making a difference since. And one of the things I listened to her about is all the great people that are going to be there tomorrow to bring awareness, how to eat, how to live healthy, because women put themselves second to their families always.
Who don't know that?
Always. So it'll be an exciting day. I'll get to witness it with you. I look forward to it. And I always look forward to
You have to
hearing
get up.
sing.
We have to get up early.
Yeah, well, we get up early and we don't sleep, so that doesn't matter.
You don't sleep.
And
I sleep.
you know, I just think it's always fun to go home to Newark. It's more fun that you're going to be singing in one of the great venues across the country, the New Jersey PAC.
Yeah.
Prudential and the likes of Mr. Ray Chambers, an incredible man and philanthropist, helped jumpstart the city of Newark with beautiful venues like this. You kick off at 9:00 tomorrow, correct?
Yeah. But we have to be there at like 7.
What is this, a test? I mean, what is it
30.
called? When's your call, or what's it called when you have to be somewhere or a performer is doing something?
The call time.
The call time. So your call time is what?
7:30.
7:30 call time tomorrow. And before we get to what's
We
going
should
on,
sleep at the hotel across the street.
the Miles Burgers Hotel, the great Miles Burger, who
Have
also
a nice
does
dinner
tremendous stuff.
tonight. Just walk across
Down
the
neck.
Down neck.
We're gonna go to St. Lucy's tomorrow. The feast, right?
I might be too tired.
I mean, what are you, 100 years old? Slow down. We're going to St. Lucy's tomorrow for the what is it called?
It's a St. Gerard.
St. Gerard's feast. Some good / bad food for you. Mix up your stomach a little bit, but there's nothing like it. We'll go there after tomorrow's New Jersey Pack event.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And we'll be with all your Goombas.
I used to
Hey,
enjoy-
yo, what are we doing? What do you want? Sausage? Another sausage sandwich. Hey, yo. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah, they're still celebrating.
I used to like performing
Indigenous
there.
Day.
I used to like performing there.
Beautiful church.
We used to perform there on Sunday.
That was my first sector when I was a rookie cop. I had that.
What a
area.
beautiful church.
Yeah. So, you excited about performing because you haven't done anything in a couple months as far as singing wise.
Yeah, I haven't done.
You
Well,
sound like Max right now. Yeah. Yep, pop.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of writing though.
I know you have.
Um,
Go to robindelory.com for all her songs and performances.
I got to put the
and
new one up.
the new one.
Yeah. So, no, as far as publicly, it's been a few months,
Yeah.
and that's okay because I am at the point where I'm kind of picking and choosing what we do, where
Right.
we go, what I sing, and that's a great place to be.
Well, we're going to be meeting with a very established producer and agent out in LA for you in the next couple weeks.
I'm just thrilled about my original music because I feel like I would love nothing more than obviously to sing my music myself. But I mean, could you imagine if, somebody, famous
I
would,
thought you were famous.
well, I mean,
When I first met you, you told me you were
Yeah,
famous.
2
In
counties,
2 counties. Love it.
but I mean, like,
here.
globally
Right.
famous would pick up my song
Yeah.
or my songs because my music is extremely important, not just to me, but for women. And I guess that is what we're going to be talking about today, since tomorrow is a big day for women.
800 strong.
Yeah, no, I mean it's phenomenal, and that's how I write, with this honesty, and I'm not afraid to speak on issues that women have and women struggle with, and everyone's trying. I don't want to be inclusive to just women. I really don't. But at the same time, I can only speak for my words and my lyrics and my stories, and I've got a lot of great material that I know a lot of people will be able to relate to. So I think it would be fun. Like, listen, Garth Brooks, if you're listening, I know you're a huge supporter of The King and the Cop and a huge baseball fan.
He's a Padre fan.
I mean, I know. So I'll text him later.
Wait, are the Padres still in it?
Why are you asking me?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I forgot who the Padres beat. It just realized it, but then I didn't want to interrupt you.
The Padres beat the Mets.
Oh, where are the Mets today? Anyway, yeah, Garth, big Padres fan.
Yeah. So
Didn't Garth Brooks sit in your seat?
he
once
did.
At
He
the Met
did.
game?
And I'm just so not business savvy, because I would have been like, listen, you could sit in my seat,
Right,
but you got to listen to this song.
right. You got to listen for 3 minutes. I'm going to sing to you while you sit there.
Yeah. So we have to get that one song in particular to
Yeah.
that wifey of his.
Are you singing any of them tomorrow?
Originals?
Yeah.
No. Tomorrow is straight ahead. I mean, I could. I could. But tomorrow is straight ahead. I have the greatest ensemble backing me up. So we're going to do what we do.
Yeah.
And we're going to be, they call it hella musical.
It's not too late to get a ticket to it. 7:00 tonight. You can go to Let's Talk wellwomen.org. Let's Talk wellwomen.org to 7:00. 800 people sold already tickets. Major sponsors. It's just going to be a, I'm sure as a man, it's all women related things, but I'm a father of 3 daughters. Like I even for me to listen to a message tomorrow that I can tell my daughters about that may help them or help one of their friends. I mean, this is how Deb Belfato does things. She starts a little bit of a fire and then it goes wild. And I mean that in a positive way, not a negative way. And she's
how we met.
She's how we met. She's the reason that we met.
She was the president of the North Jersey chapter of Susan G. Komen.
Right. And I was the owner of the Newark Bears at the time. And we used to do Pink in the Park, 4 seasons. We had Susan G. Komen, Nancy Brinker came out and threw out the first pitch for us. Susan G. Coleman's sister, which was a great, it sold out. Everybody wearing pink. We wore pink uniforms. And from the minute I met Deb, I wanted to do anything I could to help her and this great cause. And she would invite me to things. And then one day she said, hey, Hoda Kotb is going to be the MC of the 5K race with Jack Ford. And I said, oh, that's fantastic. You know, 2 great individuals, 2 people that are on the airways at a time. Would you do me a favor and be the 3rd MC? So I kind of was like the guy when the people get up to go to the bathroom at the end, you know, their seat.
Like a seat filler?
I was a seat filler.
I mean, I don't remember you on the mic that day, but I do remember meeting you.
Oh, thanks. It's damn you know what of you.
Well,
But,
I was taking a break.
Yeah, but what do you mean you don't remember me on the mic? I mean, there's
I don't remember I don't remember
There's
you.
a picture in our studio of us, me on the mic. I'm it right there.
You weren't talking. You were like leaning over the podium.
Oh yeah, I was making believe.
I just remember that was a awesome.
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you remember how the energy of that day?
I remember you singing.
Look at that. That's the day I met the king.
You did. I brought the king with me as one of my players.
You didn't get in the picture. You took it?
I probably took the picture.
Yeah, that's the story of my life. I'm usually not in any pictures because I'm taking them all.
And there you are. And I couldn't believe the voice that came out of that little pipsqueak body.
Oh, that's kind. That's very sweet.
I remember you singing Don't Stop Believing to the breast cancer survivors, and 5,000 strong were singing along with you.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible day. It was fun. It was fun to experience it. I had my oldest daughter, Sammy, with me. I think George was in college.
I didn't meet Sammy that day.
Yeah, Sammy was there. Sammy might have took that picture because I remember I took that picture she had of me there off her site. Obviously, you did not put my picture up there, but only yourself, but you and the king. But
I didn't. Right. I didn't have the picture of me and you that day.
No worries. I'll see if I. You know what I'll do? I'll pack the car for tomorrow, and I'll be the guy that takes the pictures tomorrow while you're at the New Jersey.
I mean, were you there then?
Oh, that guy. Boy, it's that long ago. That rookie cop, so handsome. That was the ordained.
If I may say so myself, so handsome.
I am. What do you want me to say? It's the truth. That's not a handsome-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
You married me. I got picked that day to drive the Cardinal O'Connor from New York City, St. Patrick's Cathedral, with Archbishop Teddy McCarrick, and that was a good day because I remember calling my mother, who's so religious, Irish Catholic religious, and said, Mom, I got Cardinal O'Connor in the car. And he said, I don't have to go to church anymore. She goes, he never said that. But what a great guy. God rest his soul. What a difference maker he was. And I'll leave it at that.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it was a nice experience for me as a young cop.
Guess what today is?
It's Friday Night Lights. Hornet football mom. Joey was profiled. I posted it.
Watch this.
Sophomore. Oh, Joey Philippo. Wow, is that a signature or did somebody do that?
Somebody did it.
They don't know how to even do what.
Don't even get me started on that.
What's it called?
Kids don't know. They're not learning cursive in school anymore.
My mom had to sign a piece of paperwork in the hospital the other day. The girl said, "Oh my God, that's the most beautiful penmanship." And she's like, "We weren't taught penmanship." I'm like, "Oh,
don't even get me started."
Oh my God.
Don't even get me started.
I have a nice signature.
No. Well, you know what? You learned. Oh, gosh. I saw this amazing thing on Facebook.
I went to Catholic
and I
school.
took a screenshot of it to send it to my friends. But it said, someday we old folks will use cursive writing as secret code.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So anyway, I want a big shout out to my friend Jen Basilino, who is an amazing realtor in the area with Kosha.
Yeah.
If you have a house you want to sell, if you want,
I do.
I know you do. I know. I have a lot of realtor friends, and they're all phenomenal. We've got Mike Farrell, we've got Elvira Iosa Green, I've got my beautiful friend Elise Ennis, but thank you to another lifelong friend, Jen Basilino, who writes, I'm thrilled to cheer on the next Philippone to walk the halls of HP.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Come out tonight and watch his skills on the field as Hanover Park takes on Pequannock. 7 p.m. You can watch it streaming on Mara Sussex Sports. And I don't keep meaning to be Kathy Lee because I remember like every morning
Right,
she
because
used
this
to,
is all of New Jersey, but go ahead.
yeah, remember she used to brag about her kids
Yeah,
all the time?
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is my Joey.
yeah.
And I'm very proud of what he's been doing
Amazing
on the
sophomore
field.
year.
Yeah.
He's having a breakout year as a sophomore. Nobody thought he would even be getting playing time. He's not only starting, I think he leads to or second to tackles, making a difference. Joey making a difference. It's his time.
It's his time.
It's his time. Number 12, Joey Filippone. Number 12 in the scorebook. Number 1 in your hearts. Anyway, he'll be home any minute demanding a sandwich and whatever else he has to eat.
Hunch.
Unbelievable.
Did you order Michael a sandwich?
No, negative. Michael don't get out of bed till 1 o'clock. He can pee his pants in bed. He still wouldn't get out. Anyway, so Old Bridge is playing tonight. Both our son-in-law Matt Donahue's Old Bridge Knights are 4-3, and they need to win their last 2 to limp into the playoffs. And same with Hanover. We need to win 2 games to get into the playoffs. Correct?
Yeah, we need to do we usually do, but we have this amazing intern and his name is Matt.
Yeah.
And he works for Mara Sussex Sports, and he comes to our studio on Fridays to discuss the local sports, the high school sports. And he's so good at what he does, and he knows it all. But today, Matthew is not here because he's at that Yankee game that is at 1 p.m.
Oh,
today.
his dad's a huge Yankee fan.
Yeah.
So his dad, hopefully, he's with his
Wasn't
dad.
supposed to be at 1, right? It was supposed to be last
It
night.
was supposed to be last night. It got rained out.
I got to take this dog hair out of the mic.
It's in my lip.
Yeah, so he has the game. And what are you going to say? Don't, of course go to the game. Are you kidding
That's
me?
the difference with these kids today. They got no discipline. He should got his ass to work.
No, that's not true. He's such an angel face.
Speaking of working at the Yankee game, our partner, the King, is out there. And maybe he'll, he was going to call in, but the game doesn't start till 1:07. So he'll have a full report of all You're kidding me, right?
I can't help it.
We're not on radio. How many times do I got to tell you?
I just
that you
swallowed
can't
a yawn.
You just got to yawn all the time. The King's out in the Bronx. Yankees looking to go up 2-0. They will now play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Monday if they need it. Meaning if they win tonight and tomorrow, the series is over. They would sweep the Guardians. But I don't see that happening. But they leave for Cleveland right after the game. That's why the game had to be pushed to the afternoon.
I'm so glad that we're all a family here, right? Because every day I get a phone call, and every day
Who's calling?
there's only one time I tell her she can't call.
Let's answer it.
Let's answer it.
Let's make her part of the show.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. How'd it go yesterday?
Oh,
It
it
went
was great.
Mom.
So,
This
Mom,
12
remember
o'clock
remember
hour
that-
sponsored by
Goodbye.
Susie Delore.
Mom,
Yes.
remember that just like see if you can repeat after me. Remember that because you're on the air. What time? Remember that time I said you can, unless of course it's emergency.
I can't call you between 12 and 6.
No, let's
12 and 6.
No, let's make it the Susie segment. She calls in
12
every
and
day
1.
at 12:10.
12 and 1.
Right. So did you happen to see what time it was?
Yeah, it's 12, a little after. I was calling to ask about Tommy's mother. I'll go.
Oh yeah. Good.
No, you could stay on the phone. That's nice of you.
Appreciate it. She's doing much better.
She's
Susie.
doing much better.
Good. Is she out of ICU?
She is. Now that we let all of New Jersey know. Yes, she is.
Okay, good. I'll talk to you later.
All right. We
Bye-bye.
love you. All right.
I love you.
Good old Susan Delore. She don't know what to do with herself. She's a Met fan, and she thought the Met game was on today, but the Mets are out. Oh my goodness gracious, she can't make it up.
Love her.
Yeah, she's the best. You picking up your whole posse tonight for the game? To tell our audience, you go around the entire neighborhood, fill up the Suburban with all your kids, and you
I
all
got to
go
pick
the
up
game.
Mikey Paris probably
All right, hey, Mikey Paris, funniest kid I've ever met in my life.
by far.
How old is he? 13,
He's in 6th grade.
6th grade.
Um,
Acts like a 50-year-old man with
Oh,
a
yeah.
cigar out of his
oh
mouth.
yeah. He will probably call at some point today, asking me for a ride.
Right.
And
Captain Dylan DeSena.
yeah, well, he's my sidekick.
Right.
I gotta go with Dylan.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure
Why?
because Hanover Park is having a big show tonight.
For what?
Tonight and tomorrow is Annie.
Oh, please.
Well, I mean, he might want to go there.
He's going to the football game with you.
You never know.
Coming to this, he wants to come over for the Steeler game on Sunday because we're both Steeler fans, suffering Steeler fans.
You
This year.
you just never know. He might want to go to the game. I'm not sure.
Or he
But
might
I
be
will
going to
get that
dinner
Mikey Paris text
He will be going
pretty
to
soon.
dinner with his Aunt Grace. They go on they do a 3 days a week dinner tour.
Yep. They're
I'm
the
trying
best.
to figure out how to go to court and apply for Aunt Grace to be my aunt.
I think you just have to ask her.
Yeah, she's the best.
She'll adopt you.
She's the best. On a sad subject, and I can't go on without it keeps jumping out at me. Violence is continuing to destroy our country, and in Bristol Police Department in Connecticut, 2 officers were murdered with an AR-15 yesterday by a subject who had mental health issues. No kidding. I'm not making fun of people that really have mental health, but these people, I'm sorry, they give them that out all the time. But I believe one of them officers had 2 kids and his wife is currently pregnant. So that it doesn't get any worse than that. Philly had a couple cops shot, and a 15-year-old kid decided in Raleigh, North Carolina, to go on a rampage and shot and killed 5 people. So, I mean, this is all within the last 24 hours. Again. And it's just
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. We went on a little bit of a bender yesterday about crime in our local towns here, and never daughter of a cop, son of a cop, former cop, brother still on, nephew still on, 100 years, like the promo says, of blood in law enforcement. I just can't get used to this stuff.
You should never get used to
was
this stuff
watching it
until we
last
make
night
some
again,
changes.
And these cops, and this is, I'll leave it at this because I don't want, it's Friday and I want to focus on positive things, but I think it need to be acknowledged. I said something yesterday that when you call 911, the cop, when he's responding to you, has no idea what religion you are, what color you are, male, female. Very rarely. He's just going to that location, falls out because it's a 911 situation. This animal called 911 yesterday and baited them as if he needed help. And when they got there, he executed them. Just to go to show you. So when you think that your police officers don't deserve a break or an extra deep breath once in a while, remember that story. You didn't know. They didn't know who they were going to. When they got there, when they were thinking they were going to help somebody, he executed them with an AR-15. You have no shot. So it was like being in the battlefields of Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever we're fighting a war, and you can't see the suspect, and he just mows you down. Tragic.
I have no words except obviously the obvious ones that I pray for, you know, their families, and I can't pray enough and think enough about their families. But it makes me so
prayer's not enough anymore.
It makes me so angry. And I don't want to get angry, but I think we all need to get a little angry and figure out, again, please explain to me why an AR-15 is in the hands of any civilian. Why is there a need for an AR-15 ever? Please explain that to me. And I know that you're going to say, bad guys can always get guns, and I know all of that, but can't that help a little bit with gun reform?
I don't know, Rob. It's been 40 years. Have we moved the needle at all in that fight? No, because it's all about money and politics. So,
what happened to the shooter?
I should know the answer to that, and I don't know if he surrendered. Hopefully, they killed him. I have no idea. The 15-year-old kid that mutilated everybody was taken into custody. But what's my old partner, Juvo from North PD, saying up there, Rob? You could see it better than me. If you could bring it up. Yankees praying Houston doesn't sweep. And on a serious note, Prayers to our fallen brothers and sisters today. Yeah, Juvo, you're right. Juvo's another Blue Bloods family. His son, who's a guest of our show, Chris, retired captain from Newark. Um, these are the days that even though Juvo and I've been gone a long while, you sit there almost a little bit paralyzed for a minute and say the following: for the grace of God, that could have been me, and my kids would have been left behind. This poor woman, she's with child, and her husband's not coming home. And it doesn't matter what part of the country you're in. This is what we were trying to say yesterday. The big city cops used to think all these chiefs in these local towns where we live, they're in the catbird seat. No more, no more, because they just can bait you anywhere in any neighborhood, and you don't know who's going to have that day, that falling down moment. The movie Kirk Douglas played in, or falling down, and where he just loses his mind because he's had enough. So you never know what's on the other end of that phone, the other side of that door. It's just or the car that you're pulling over. You just don't know. And it's getting, I don't remember it being this consistently bad, and that's probably bad grammar, but there's a consistent.
Yeah, it's like every time we turn on, that's what, I
Right.
get what you're saying.
Thank God it's Friday. I want to come on and have a positive show. And I'm like, how do you not say something in honor?
You have to.
It's just.
And we have to continue having these conversations because, but I just don't know what to do about it.
I fight back. I mean, take the handcuffs off our cops, fight back. Newark, unfortunately, was one of the most violent cities in America and Juvo was one of the most highly decorated cops in Newark. And I always felt safe and always felt good. And we did the job, but we knew we were going home at the end of the night. And it wasn't that we were out there doing anything negative or abusive to people. We were doing our job, and we knew sometimes you had an eye for an eye. And I'm sorry, they've put handcuffs on these cops now. These cameras, these phone cameras, cops are afraid to even handcuff somebody anymore. And that's why cops are getting hurt. And it's my personal opinion. That's why cops we're losing them. Because they had to let their guard down. Because I hope you're happy, everybody that wanted to defund police. I hope you're happy that you gave people an audience. You gave the bad guys an audience, and they're taking full advantage of it. So let's go to commercial real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll keep it positive for the next 30 minutes for On New Jersey. You're listening to On New Jersey. We're covering the Garden State. Robin Delory and Tommy Setner today.
Caffeina. Boost, replenish, hydrate. Caffeina with your meeting, with a workout, on the go, to keep going, with a meal, with friends, to kickstart your day. Caffeina, Amazon's best-selling caffeine-infused spring water, 7+ pH balance, electrolyte enhanced. Taste pure spring water. Feel the charge.
So if you missed our first half hour, it's Robin Delory and Tommy Setner today. Kings in the Bronx, patiently waiting for game 2. And tomorrow, the Queen here is going to be at New Jersey Pack. And it's not too late. Get some tickets. 700 people so far. And it's Let's Talk Wellwomen.org. Let's Talk Wellwomen.org. Robbie Cano, you'll be out there, don't you know, at the New Jersey Pack. And we'll be able to hear that beautiful voice all the way back here in Florham Park. What are you wearing?
Good question.
Yeah, that'll be the dilemma. The big panic. There'll be 100 clothes all over the floor tonight.
Good question.
Well, what kind of dress apparel are you supposed to be wearing?
Well, I mean, the participants in the day, I think were told to be, comfortable. It's not like a black tie affair.
Right.
So, I think it's just going to kind of be something comfy and whatever.
Yeah. And whatever.
Yeah, you could pick. You always like to pick my outfits out. You can pick it out. You have better fashion style than I do, and that is true.
Yeah, but then you do the old.
Anything you've ever picked out for me, I get compliments on. Anything I've ever worn without you picking it out, I don't hear anything.
Thank you for that compliment. I'm a frustrated fashion now.
No, you're good.
Go ahead.
Like some of the things you pick out, sometimes I would be like, and then each time, every single time, I get stopped saying, "Wow, I like that."
Yeah.
So, yeah, you put it together. You put it together.
We spent the day with mother yesterday,
She
and
looks great.
as always, I called her. I said, "All right, I'll be down. I think Robin's going to do the show alone." No, 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 no. You do the show, and then come down whenever you want. I'm fine. She's moved into your mother mentioned, and she was in intensive care for observation and to make sure that we got some things under control. She tomorrow, breast cancer is one of the main focus groups that they'll be talking about tomorrow to the women. And my mother's not suffering from that, but she is suffering from cancer for the third time. This woman, and kicking the crap out of it at 85 years old. A couple medicines offset her a little bit and put her in a little danger spot for a minute, but she's sitting up and ready to go, and we'll be itching to go home, and we can't wait to get her home. But strong lady, right, Rob? I mean, just 85 and strong.
You know what? I walked in yesterday, and her spirits and her everything about her was exactly the same as I remember prior to this diagnosis. So I know that that wasn't the case that you were telling me a few days ago. But when I was so happy to see her the way I saw her yesterday, and the smiles and the way I love the way she talks. She's got like she's got a this raspy kind of she's got this raspy sound with this accent, and she doesn't think she has an accent, but
Nobody from New Jersey does.
yeah, but she's got this accent that I love, and just the way she tells stories. I could listen to her all day long.
And my cousin Amory
And the gift basket.
Yeah, and without getting into it, my sister works at the hospital, and somebody sent her a congratulations gift basket, but they delivered it to my mother because they have the same names.
Exact name.
So I took the basket. I didn't want there to be any fighting over it.
You did not.
Anyway,
but what a view.
What a view.
What a view at that hospital.
Yep.
It was gorgeous.
And but it's always want to go home. We
Yeah.
gotta get her home. My cousin Amory took an hour and 15-minute ride down to see her. She's loyal. My mother's sister's daughter, Amory and Seal Marie. You didn't have to do much back in the day. Just look at your license to see what your kids' names were. But
I always thought about this. You like the way it used to be.
And my cousin Lori came, not to leave her out. Go ahead.
The way it used to be was that, you name your son after his father.
Right.
Or actually, in my heritage, it's the firstborn is after the grandfather.
Which grandfather?
The paternal, the dad. The dad's dad.
So the mother does all the work and.
Right? Which is what I'm about to say. So I always thought it was so cool when a mom had a daughter and she was named after the mom.
Right.
Like that I love that. Why not?
Seal Marie. Yeah.
Anne Marie.
But so
Cecilia Marie.
Marie.
They both have the same middle name too?
Yes, exactly. And I'm Thomas Edward. My father was Thomas Edward. And then when my younger brother was born, they named him Edward Thomas. It wasn't
just the reciprocal.
Yeah. So, but my mother's reason behind that was then there would be nobody insulted that they weren't named after the grandparents or anybody. They just went directly mother, father, named them both.
Well, they happen to be nice names too.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like it was, a crazy name. So
Well, I remember when Sammy called me and said she was naming Maxwell, she was going to name him Thomas, but she thought there'd be hard feelings. That never happened. But I'm telling everybody. So I told her I was going to call him Tommy anyway. You remember?
Yeah.
And we didn't know what his name was going to be. And then that handsome fella popped out, and his name is Maxwell Thomas, who's back on his feet and feeling really good too. It's been a hell of a week, huh?
Yeah.
And Maxie boy is all ready, and He's back on his feet, and he will be doing knuckles tonight. He gets to go to his daddy's football game, and as the players come out, he stands there, and they each give him a little knuckles pound, and always enjoy that. I believe they're home tonight too. So what's the rest of your day looking at? You got to go get your nails done,
Wow.
right?
No, I
Oh.
hate getting my nails done, so I'm not getting my nails done.
Oh,
And I know that that is a ridiculous thing to say because I should get my
so
nails
when
done.
you're holding that mic tomorrow and somebody takes a picture, the first thing, remember, I'm going to come back on the air and say, you're going to say, I can't believe how bad my nails look.
I don't know that I care.
Okay, I don't care.
But I do need to get my eyebrows waxed because my eyebrows and my eyelashes are morphing into one.
Yeah.
So and then I have to prepare. I mean, you think it's just something that I walk on and just
I think
do.
that.
No.
By the way,
You think I could just walk on and do whatever it is that I do.
you know, I used to live, as you know, my mother's down South Jersey, down in a hospital down in South Jersey, and I used to live down there. So she was taking a nap the other day, and I walked to my old barber, and it was old Italian guy. He's been cutting hair for 52 years, and he gives me the old, "Where you been?" Because I moved up here, you know. So I said, I just need a trim and fix me up, and he was so happy. But he just come back from Italy, and he was there for 3 weeks, and I think he's 78 years old. And I laugh at him because he's always shaking when he's cutting my hair, but somehow it gets done right. It gets done right.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, and so it's surrounded by Italians in this Columbus week. So we'll end tomorrow at the New Jersey Pack, and then mosey on over to St. Gerard's Feast in Brick City. Not what it used to be, the Italian community in Newark.
Well, I think it's stronger than ever.
No, they don't live there. They go back there.
Oh.
Right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, my friends make this huge blanket of money. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's a tradition, right?
Yeah.
They pin the money on the blanket.
I mean, this blanket is like huge.
So
It's huge. And it's a beautiful tradition.
that's
And I love that traditions don't die. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. See, this is why your dog is barking, which he never does bark in our studio, but I like to put him away. But I guess somebody walked up to the door.
Well, that's because Gina Marie, spiritual medium, just came to the door
Oh,
and she speaks to a higher power.
yes.
And the dog probably wants to talk to somebody and she cannot channel him right now because she had to drop something off for me and get on her merry way.
Do you think Fitz wants to know where his mother and father are?
I 100% believe that dogs see things that we don't see.
Mm.
I think that my father's presence is in this house, and I think that he barks at the ceiling
Yeah, I see him catching.
because he sees something. That's what I think. And I think Gina already knows that, and she couldn't.
I
She
need to
she
talk
didn't
to-
have time to come and talk to the dog today.
I never told her this story, and I would like to get her on the air right now. She would come in.
She won't.
Remember in our beach house when I was there?
She can't. She just
She's too
got
busy.
off a plane.
She's got a meeting with God. Do you remember when I had
Well, she was just up in the air with him.
I was staying at the beach house in Monmouth Beach by myself that one night,
Yes.
and I lock everything up, and of course we had a glass sliding door that went out on the deck, and we had a beautiful view of the ocean, and we get that ocean breeze, and I couldn't sleep all night, which is not unusual to me. And the house was clean. You had just done everything was in its place. I was the only one there. I couldn't even mess it up. And
Which is weird because you usually can mess it up by yourself.
Oh, yeah, I messed it up. Yeah, because you're such a. I don't want to tell people on New Jersey what your house looked like when I first met you, but that's why when we went away for the first time, you knew I was the man you were going to marry because you dumped your suitcase upside down, and so did I. That's the true facts. But my grandmother, my dad's mom, she used to collect $2 bills of all things. I don't even know how long $2 bills were in production. But when she passed away, she gave my dad, maybe there was like 60, 70 of them. I don't even know. So my dad kept them always in a cup. And for whatever reason, when my father passed, my brother wanted those $2 bills. And I'm staying in the beach house, and there's nothing. I know exactly where. I still have the cop sense where if something's out of place, I'm going to notice it. And that morning, I came out about 5 o'clock in the morning, and there was a $2 bill laying on the top of the couch, not on the table, not near a wallet.
And I never saw a $2 bill in that
We
beach
never
house ever.
We never had a $2 bill, and it was when one of my brother was going through one of his struggles with the cancer from ground zero, and I thought, and my father loved. He would sit on that deck. He would have sat on that deck and just looked at the ocean for 15 hours straight.
Before they started jackhammering it.
Yeah, and destroying the whole neighborhood. But I always wanted to talk to Gene about that. Like, nobody came in that house. Under no circumstances was there a $2 bill even in the place, never mind sitting on the couch. Like, just sitting on the couch.
You've seen her a million times. How come you haven't asked her?
I always forget.
How about when we first met her? Your family actually thought this was funny.
Yeah.
Because when we were first dating, you came to a communion part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got invited to
You came to a communion party with me.
Christina's sons, right?
Ella. Yeah.
Ella.
Christine.
Ella.
And you sat down and she said, "Do you have an Uncle Ted?"
Yeah. Who's a singer. And I said,
She just met him.
right, my father's brother, Tedju, Polish, Tedju. All my 5 of my father's brothers all played the harmonica, and his 2 sisters played the accordion. And every holiday they would sing, for example, Christmas Eve, we would go and they would sing all the carols in English, but then they would sing them in Polish. And but Uncle Ted, it used to be a joke. We used to laugh, and now we miss it. Would stand by himself. Now, can you imagine yourself in this? Back then the kitchens were nothing, and he would have to blast out "Oh Holy Night," and he would sing "Oh Holy Night" as if he were Bobby Vinton.
And Gina knew it.
And she knew it.
So we were talking about how the dog would bark.
Yeah.
And a very good friend of ours who takes such amazing care of the dog when we have to go to the West Coast. She said she's witness to that. Connie says she witnesses him, and she actually texted me one day. She says, "I think he sees your father."
Yeah.
And then our super fan Holly,
Yeah.
she wrote Lemonade Barrel.
What's that mean?
Well, in your attempt to try to call me unorganized and messy,
Yeah.
which if there is a competition, you win. But I will say I'm not the best. And so she came into my kitchen like probably 20 years ago, in my old house. And she looked at the cabinets and she was appalled because I had like a lemonade. You get the lemonade things like on the seaside boardwalk.
Yeah.
Well, I just saved everything. And she's like, "What are you doing? Like, you're not going to drink out of this."
You're a hoarder.
Well, I don't know why I did. I don't know. Maybe I thought one day I was going to make lemonade. But the other funny story is that was like the same exact night that Mom was over, my mom, and sitting at the table with Holly.
12 o'clock, Charlie.
And talking to her. She must have talked to my mom for so Holly's in the medical field. My mom's in the medical field, but Holly's sister actually worked with my mom at Overlook.
Okay.
And so they're talking, and it was a 15-20 minute conversation. And Holly was telling my mother what she did for a living and talking about her sister Sharon. And and after the conversation, Holly comes up to me and says, "I just spent literally a half hour talking to your mother about like everything, like where I work and who I work with and what I do." And the conversation's over, and my mom goes, "So what do you do?"
It's right on time, Susie.
I'm like, "That's my mother."
Yeah. Your mother's another warrior.
Oh
Another warrior.
man, is she ever. I very blessed. Both of our mothers are strong people.
I just didn't realize this was behind us. Yankees. Anyway,
So in any event,
107
That's
start
what-
today. Susie, put the Yankee game on and feel like a winner as opposed to watching your Mets.
so that's what I'm doing today,
Great.
and getting ready, and
I'm going to shoot down and
then I have a big game tonight.
yeah. I mean, hopefully Hanover Park keeps the momentum going.
Yeah, they will. They will.
It was good to see, and it's a subject that I don't like to bring up around you, but I think he deserves his due. A couple of our high school players this year got hurt, and it was great that St. John Vianney's down in Homedale, one of their football players got seriously hurt, and who called them and sent them a video was Tom Brady.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I thought pretty nice. But it goes to show you these NFL or MLB or NBA or these guys don't forget that they were once high school students and played in college, and I love to see that when they take a minute out and they don't turn their back on where they came from.
I agree.
Yankees. We got our man Nestor pitching today. He's been in our southpaw. He goes up against Bieber from the Indians, not to be confused with Justin Bieber.
I wasn't going to.
I ever tell you I met Justin Bieber?
No.
I
Oh yes, with Shaq.
at his house. He came to Shaq's house. So I said, my daughter Jordan was in Florida. I said, Justin Bieber's going to be here. Shaq said to come over. She's like, I don't care. I said, you don't want to meet him? This is when he was like brand new and on fire. And they were playing a little charity basketball game on Shaq's court. No, I said, come on, come be with your father. And she did. She got a nice picture with her. But all her friends were freaking out. Like, are you kidding me, Jordan? But she felt the same. He was so, I think he straightened out a little bit. But he was such a cocky little.
Was he?
Well, fairness to him, all of a sudden you're 16, 17 years old and you're worth about $100 million.
Yeah.
So he's just, but my first impression of him was not good.
When I was 16 and I won, I made my first 100 million. It was difficult
You
to.
didn't make your first 100 million, but
It was difficult to.
at 16 years old or younger, I forget, were on the great show Star Search with Ed McMahon. Back
I
in the
mean,
day.
I don't necessarily see how that is equivalent to making your first 100 million and being a
No,
worldwide
I was talking
superstar.
age. I was talking age.
But
how old were you when that show was a popular show?
Yeah, 16.
16.
Mhm.
Right. So it does make sense that triggered that for me.
Thank you, honey. You're very
And now you're at the New Jersey Pack tomorrow. You're still singing,
I will never stop singing.
right? Is
And then-
that something that
Maybe Justin Bieber can record one of my songs.
Yeah, I don't think you have the same. Let me get this straight.
Journey
Genre.
genre.
What's
No.
what's the definition of that?
Listen to me. You buy my song, you can change it to anything you want.
Right.
You could rap it if you want. I don't care.
Your song will be signed and.
Which
sung
one's your
by you.
favorite?
Well, I remember sitting in this watching a football game with muted, and I watched you sit on the piano and bang out late to the game.
That was a good one.
It
That
was
still is a good one.
Great song. And then you called me into the room to listen to Just Smile and about you dying during the pandemic. You weren't dying, and I bawled my eyes out. And I hate that song, but it's my favorite song. And I love all your music. You know, I do. I love. But what is cool is that you're writing it.
Yes.
You yeah, of course you could sing other people's songs, but you're writing these beautiful songs, and most of them are about family or women or your personal experiences, like a lot of breakup songs or love songs are. But it will land in the right place if we decide to finally get out there and push this darn thing. So I almost am ordering you as your manager tomorrow to sing one of your songs to the audience.
What I really want, what would be my wish, would be if Barry Manilow took one of them.
Yeah. Is he still with us?
Tommy,
Wow.
if I don't get to see him pretty soon.
Last time we went to see him, we sat on stage basically in Vegas, and he was shuffling, literally shuffling, the poor guy.
That was a great picture you took of me.
Yeah, you were so
I
excited.
lost those glasses too.
I was the youngest guy there at 58.
That was
Everybody
an
was a wheel.
unbelievable weekend.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had grits.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had chicken and waffles.
We went to Shaq's place.
No. Well, yes,
Oh, we
but
went to the other place too
in
Vegas.
in
I
Vegas.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
It was the first time I was went to see Barry in Vegas.
Yep.
And you
Yeah.
won money. Oh, we went to a comedy show.
This was awful. We'll go soon. We'll go and see him.
Well, Tommy, we kind of have to, because I don't really, I mean, what if he stops?
Yeah.
I don't see, I think it's actually remarkable the energy that this man still has on
To
stage.
tell the truth, when you opened for him at an event, charity event, and you
Oh my
wanted to
God.
and when you wanted to see him though, he was kind of standoffish, or his people put up the
I
Heisman, right?
I almost made it. So we were in
Looks
this,
like you made
yeah,
it.
we were in the same green room with his band.
Right.
So I was that, they learned that I was not just your run of the mill, fan, that I was indeed a fan-alo.
Oh my
Showed them
God.
the picture of my 40th birthday and the cardboard cutout of me and the Barry.
That's
And
pathetic.
and so this guy Joey, who is his keyboard player, who actually played in Vegas, and we
you contacted him.
yeah, because you know that I went to one of his shows and I wrote on it when everybody had posters that he used to call people up on the stage to sing Can't Smile Without You.
Right.
And then 9/11 happened and he stopped doing that. And then I think he started it again, but I haven't seen it. But I brought a sign and I wrote on the sign, I need a gig, because I wanted to sing backup.
Right. What happened?
I saw the people like behind him.
Yeah.
They looked at each other and pointed. They, it was like almost a professional kind of like laughing, like,
Right.
I love it. And nothing happened. So I told the guy, the
Right.
guys in the green room, that story, and they loved that. And they obviously knew I was a singer, so I wasn't just somebody
Right.
that just wanted to like. So what happened was the musical director. So Joey was a keyboard player, and then there was a guy in charge of the guy that was gonna make it happen. And Joey was really trying to make it happen for me. And he's like, I think it might happen. What ended up happening is, because the gig was in New York,
Yeah.
Clive Davis
Mm.
came to see Barry, and there was literally no time.
Yeah. Right.
But I came so close to seeing him. And I
Your whole
feel,
life could have been different.
I mean, there's no reason I can't sing for him. There's no reason. There's no reason why he can't sing one of my songs. There's no
maybe
reason.
he'll sing for you someday.
I mean that. Okay.
What's he? 100 years old?
70. Hey Siri, how old is Barry Manilow?
Barry Manilow is 79 years old.
Wow, 79.
That's something.
Yeah.
He's 79 years old.
Well, listen, Lady Gaga was singing with Tony Bennett.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he was 90.
Yeah. So
there's still a chance you can hook up and
do we just call Lady Gaga?
No, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm saying, I'm giving an example of Gaga and Bennett singing when he was 90 years old. You and Barry could sing. You got 10 years to go. He's only 79.
How's he gonna know me?
We can get to him. One thing is, if you ever see him on the street, you'll be able to catch up to him. He could barely walk.
We got to get to him, Tommy.
If any of our listeners in New Jersey out there, maybe the governor can hire him to come sing at one of his parties or something, and you can go down there and meet him or something. Who can invite him over? Come to the New Jersey Pack. How come we don't sing?
Why can't I work for him? Why can't I just?
What are you going to do?
I'll sing background. Well, I'll do the copa.
Do you know how to dance?
What?
You heard me. Do you know how to dance?
Yes.
Are you dancing tomorrow?
I mean, I know how to dance, and I'm not a ballerina.
Well, a backup dancer, like a spinner,
Yeah.
like the Four Tops.
Maybe I don't want to be a backup singer. I think
Go down to Carlos and get an outfit.
I think you should just consider singing one
You're
of my
nobody's
songs.
backup. Nobody ever. Don't ever hear.
I would be Barry Manilow's backup.
How many times are you gonna yawn? on
I need
TV?
my caffeine.
Anyway,
That you know what? Speaking of, that's how Barry got his start. He
Jingles.
started jingles.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna write one right now. When you need to pick me up, pick up a caffeina.
well, that's the best you could do.
Well,
It's awful
I
quiet.
don't mean to be meana, but you're tired, so you need a caffeina.
Hey yo. Is there any caffeine going to be at the St. Gerard's feast? Maybe they should be out there pushing their caffeine. Going to be a lot of senior citizens there tomorrow that'll need a pick me up.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to go to the St. Gerard feast, you should just, for
I know, throw it in your drink.
nope, for the month of October, we just make it the red, green, and white, and then it looks like an Italian soda
Yeah.
because it looks like an Italian word.
I was watching an episode of Sopranos last night, and it was when they trying to tear the statue down of Columbus in Newark, and Stevie Van Zandt, Silvio, just said, "This is Newark. You ain't touching him!" And a whole riot broke out over Columbus Day. It was hysterical. It was supposed
There
to
was
be,
a big there was a big to do on the local forum about that.
about what?
Just people that are just I know you can't say the like merde. You know what that means in Italian?
I don't.
Stirrers. They just like to stir things up just to piss people off.
Right.
And so there's really no intention other than that. So when you write Happy Indigenous People Day on a forum in East Hanover, you're just trying to stir the pot.
Is East Hanover one of the larger Italian communities in our state? Of New
Indeed it
Jersey?
is.
It is.
Yes.
And
Italian
that's where I
American.
elected to land.
Yeah. And so with that being said, they the posts.
Yeah.
And it just stop stop stirring up
My
stuff.
father used to say, "Put your gas can away."
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. We
got 2 minutes to go. So Friday Night Lights, big day at New Jersey Pack tomorrow. Again, Deb Belfato, difference maker. Not too late, 7:00 tonight. They closed the old ticket lines, but let's talk wellwomen.org. Let's talk wellwomen.org. Come get educated. Come have a nice day. Come see Robin DeLore singing it like she never sang it before in her home state of New Jersey at the greatest venue in New Jersey for artists, New Jersey Pack in Brick City, North New Jersey. 6:30 call. We got to get up at 6:30 a.m. And tonight, Big Joey carried the
Go
torch.
Hornets.
Go Hornets. Matty Boy, my son-in-law. Good luck
Go
to you.
Knights.
Maxwell Thomas, I'm glad you're back in the lineup. And how cute was it when little Quinny Cuevas, my granddaughter, sent Great Graham a video of her in her diaper. Hi, Great Graham, with that voice of hers. Hey, Great Grandma. Get better. Love you.
A, B, C.
Yeah,
Great grandma,
Great Grandma. A little raspy voice.
great grandma.
Quinny Cuevas and my little Sadie Joy. I'll see you all this weekend. And we might be seeing the Fordham girl on Sunday.
That would be lovely.
She'll be coming to Sunday dinner. More than likely, she'll call me and say, "Dad, why don't you come here?" So we'll be heading to the Bronx. But wishing everybody a great weekend. Come see us tomorrow at the Pack. Stay safe. For Robin DeLore, the King Jimmy Leyritz, I'm Tommy Setner. And boy, we didn't mention NFL football, but we got a lot of catching up to do in playoffs on Monday. We'll see you Monday at noon. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Great week.